keeping everything the same. We could not do this before. Now Google VO 3.1 kind of tried, but look at this. We have our 3-second video here, and we don't know what's happening next. We can recreate this entire scene. Here is the prompt. You can screenshot it. You can take a look at it. And then again, we're using our video extender feature. Hit generate. And what it's going to do is that it's going to continue the actual storyline based on what we said in the prompt while keeping everything consistent. This is use case number 1 of video extension. And there's a different use case for a video extension that would actually fill in the middle of the video. This is extending the last bit of the video. And there's a use case that I'm going to show you in after we explore this one, where it's going to fill in the gap. So we have 2 videos, and it's going to figure out what goes in the middle, which is insane to me.
Yeah, I mean, if this could do this, this is big, because this has been a pain point for me personally with playing with some of these models,
like ads. Yeah,
exactly, with ads, literally ads.
Or just traditional filmmaking doesn't have to be ads. Like there's something that you want to have at least 3 more seconds of that video. Yeah. You cannot do that. Let's take a look at this. So it extended the video from the point where the video cut, right? You have a different scene. And it's the exact same last frame. This is use case number 1 of extending your videos. There's a bunch of others, but there's one last thing I want to show, which is AI influencers in lip syncing. This is the best model for you to generate AI influencers, and they can do anything you want them to do. Again, as I said, you can screenshot this prompt over here. The prompt is highly specific. This is the source image generated with Nano Banana Pro. You're going to go and use the asset, and the way that the influencers or avatars lip sync is simply you prompt it to say particular things. In the prompt, you go and say, "Hey, she is saying," and then you go and say, "Give me a second." Or she's saying, "This is what I mean," in what do you call these?
Quotation.
In quotation, yeah, in quotation marks. So everything inside quotation marks is what the model or the avatar will say. Very simple, natural language. You just tell it what you want it to do, and it's going to understand exactly. Now, of course, there's ways to prompt things so they look and feel more realistic, especially emotions. How to control emotions, how to prompt emotions. You do not prompt emotions by saying, "Hey, the character is sad," or "the character is happy." You have to describe the muscle movements, right? Because just saying character is sad, okay, there's not a lot of control. Like, sad how? There's thousands of ways for someone to be sad. But by describing the muscle movements, by describing the transition in emotion, transition in tone, in body language, it's able to achieve more realistic results. So this is what we're going to see here. That's why this is a very long prompt, because I'm being very specific with what they are saying, because the aim for this video is so it doesn't look AI.
Okay. Yeah.
Give me a second.
This is what I mean. The way I breathe, the way I talk, right after moving. It's all generated inside Enhancer.
It's crazy. Let me show you another one.
I have goosebumps on that one. Like that looked real.
No, let me show you another one right here. So this is our sort of reference. Let's say that we want to generate ads, right? And we have our product, and our product has some sort of text. And again, one of the main flows for other video generators is that the text was usually wrapping or was changing as the video was generating, right? Then we have our prompt over here. Again, we're very specific with our prompt, with what they're saying, how they're saying it, how we're structuring the prompt. We're going to hit generate. And then we're going to have her talk about this product that she never tried. Because this AI model does not have thoughts or does not have taste. She doesn't exist. and the product was never sent to her. So that's the beauty of AI models, because you can create a version of yourself if you want, or you can create a completely different IP, and the brand does not have to send you the actual clothes that would cost them a few bucks to actually ship them to you. And now multiply that by like thousands of AI influencers, it becomes like very costly. Now the brand can just be like, hey, can you just place this inside your image with Nano Banana Pro? It's going to keep it very consistent. Can you just generate it with seedance too? Or maybe we can do it for you if you want. And there you go, like unlimited content, very cheap. There he goes.
Okay, quick taste test. Huh. Wait, that's actually nice. It's not super sweet. It's really clean. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I drink this.
Look at the text. Like the text is quite on like spot on. It's not changing.
Insane. All right, Sirio, this seedance V2, this feels like the best creative model to ever exist. With it being so good, just walk us through quickly how to think about why would we use any other model? Are there any benefits using another model? Or as of recording this, should we just make this the default?
I think that at some point, what will happen is the same thing that it did with Nano Banana, where it became the best AI image editing model. Seedance to me seems like it's the best by far. However, and the reason why it's the best by far is because you can animate UX UI. You can animate like logos. You can place logos within a video. You can do so many things that other models are not capable of, and you can generate like very good lip syncing. Now, of course, some others are very good at other things, maybe emotion control. Kling 3 does a very good job at that. And there's other models who are fine-tuned so that the images look way more low fidelity, like more realistic, or it doesn't look like they have like the cinematic feel. Kling 3 has a cinematic feel. When you look at the video, you know that it's very good at producing cinematic videos. I'll show you an example of another video model that we fine-tuned inside Enhancer. It's called Enhancer V4. And what this model does, again, it's not the highest fidelity video model. It does not produce like this crazy transitions. It just might not keep the character extremely consistent. It might not have multi-input references, but it produces.
Hi guys, this is crazy. Like I am not even real, and
right?
This is
Enhancer
Enhancer version.
Probably cannot do the same thing because it has different type of color schemes that it produces, kind of different depth, different ways that it treats the background, different ways that it treats the subjects. And this is a different a model that is fine-tuned particularly for this exact use case.
For best talking head video generator.
So I would not say that seedance 2 will replace everything that's out there, because it really depends on what you're trying to achieve with the model and how you are using the model. But I think it's going to be, for now, the default model to generate and edit videos, especially editing videos. Maybe not video generator, but it's phenomenal and will be the state-of-the-art video editor out there for any use case, really.
What's the best video generator?
Well, I mean, for now, seems to be seedance.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
it seems to be seedance, but
it sounds like what you're saying is like the daily driver is going to be seedance generation and editing. However, there are some use cases that certain models have a different visual look, like you were saying, Enhancer V4, where it's like, I if I'm trying to go for that look, I might just use that for like a specific use case.
And also it depends on what the user is used to. There's things that the user really likes, or the creative in this case really likes a particular model, and they just want to stick with it because it's good enough for what they're doing. And maybe it's cheap, right? Maybe it's faster. Maybe they're just producing low fidelity video for social media, and they don't want to spend like $3 on a 5-second video like Google VO3, or at least VO back in the days when it was about a 3 video per 5 or 8 second clip. Yep. And again, people that are using generative tools are not using them just for fun. They are normally using them or monetizing through them. Like they either have some sort of a business, maybe they're a service provider, maybe they're creative, or maybe they're building their own app. It's not that they're coming to these platforms and spending all the money without making something back. So of course, price matters. And depending on the use case, then some models become more relevant than others.
Last question before we head out. Adobe is a $106 billion company. Not asking for financial advice, but what do you think happens to Adobe? I mean, they were the leaders in the creative suite, right? They were the go-to for everything for 20 years more. Is Adobe, what happens to Adobe over the next 5 years? Bet your best guess.
Probably Adobe might require these AI generative tools. I think would be a smart move if they do. All enhancer competitors, not going to mention them. Maybe they acquire enhancer. I don't know. But I still believe that Adobe is relevant, especially for creative professionals who want way more control, who actually want to edit or cut that frame, who actually want to produce like high fidelity videos that are 8K and who again are more to them than simply a creative director that's just starting out with AI tools. I think that every time I produce something with AI, I still have to edit it. It will not produce the perfect output for me. Like they're still like, is this the post-production phase that happens? And I believe it will always exist. And there's always going to be a need for this. Like there's a need for digital photography, right? Because I believe that in the future, most photography is going to be prompted unless there's an event. And there's also a need for Polaroids, and there's also a need for film photography, because those things are way more technical. And while I think that AI or technology advances, still creatives need to have full control of their outputs. And I think that Adobe, what they do best is...
Yeah, I mean, basically what you're saying is like Adobe is like the place for creative professionals.
Yeah.
And these tools, VO3, Seedance 2, things like, these models.
That's just the first step, right? It's simply the first step. And I believe that there's always going to be a need for there's always going to be a need for post-editing, and Adobe is the app where you do the post-editing. It's not the app where you initially create, because we create videos every single day with our phones, and then we go to Adobe. So we could generate videos every single day with our laptops and phones, and then we go to Adobe. Even though Adobe now is trying to be the place where you create and also edit and also post-produce, which is a smart move. However, would be ideal if they focus on things that actual pro creatives really need and want, which is not necessarily generate the content in Adobe, but is how to use Adobe tools to have an agentic feature where it just edits for you. Focus more on the post producing than the actual production.
Totally. Makes sense to me, Sirio. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm going to include links where you can follow Sirio on social, links to Enhancer. And dude, thank you so much for showing us all these different use cases. This was really cool.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you.